regrets and all my acclaim, the joy and the pain, I'm making them yours.
Things in the past, things yet unseen, wishes and dreams that are yet to come true. All of my hopes, all of my plans, my heart and my hands are lifted to you.
Lord, I offer my life to you, everything I've been through. Use it for your glory, and Lord, I offer my days to you, lifting my praise to you as a pleasing sacrifice. Lord, I offer you my life. That I am, that I have, I lay them down before you, oh Lord, and all my regrets, and all my acclaim, the joy and the pain, I'm making them yours. Things in the past, things yet unseen.
Yan. Nakita mo na si tatay mo.
Are yet to come true, and all of my hopes, and all of my plans, my heart and my hands are lifted to you. Lord, I offer my life to you, everything I've been through. Use it for your glory, and Lord, I offer my days to you, lifting my praise to you as a sacrifice.
Mag-aumpisa kita sa mga bulhat.
Mag-aambok ta sa imo dalaygon kag may gugmao na mga Dios sa sininga udto Ginoo. Yari kami nga nagaapo sa among kaugalingon. Nagtipon kami Ginoo kag gusto namin Ginoo nga ang tanan namon nga mga trabaho sa buong paagi sa imo nga giwaton. Diyos ikaw pwede magpakamayon. Ginoo sa sininga udto sa among subong sa mga pagpanimbahon, yata Ginoo ang kalinong, buksi ang tatsal sa among mga panguna-una, singkasing mga masintro, kinamon Ginoo, ang tulong nga pag-among pamatian. Dalaygon ka nga Diyos, nga among ginaalagaran sa pangalan ni Jesus. Amen.
So, sa aton sa mga time, magapamati kita sa biography ni Norberto.
Good morning, everyone. Kabalo mga talan kita may alasang magkakilala kay tatay because we all have a perception about him. And today, I will be sharing to you the life and legacy of Tatay Norberto. So, the legacy started on the 15th night of January, 1946. Josefina Deles and Quentin Deles gave birth to a healthy baby boy, and they named him Norberto Deles. His name meant Northern Brightness, and the city of Silay, Negros Occidental, was shed light from the birth of this boy. And yet life has to start forging a man out of this boy. One night, Norberto was feeding his father. Quentin Deles died of stroke, and the young Norberto became fatherless at the age of 3. This event played a huge role on how he raised his children, because he became the father that he needed. When he was 9 years old, he was struck by an unknown illness, and he was in between life and death. Josefina thought that it was the end of his only son's life, so he dedicated Norberto to the Lord. And fortunately, the Lord took Josefina's sacrifice and gave Norberto a second chance in life. In order to help his mother, who was a part-time seamstress, Norberto, at the age of 4, would wake up every day at 4 o'clock a.m. to sell pandesal. And at the age of 15, Norberto left Josefina, his mother, and his 2 siblings. And Mr. and Mrs. Naldo and Betty Guardiano lent him a piece of land which he will be farming and cultivating for 56 years of his life. At the age of 21, Norberto met the love of his life, Noemi Guanzon, and they soon got married and was blessed with their firstborn, Nelly Deles. A year later, Ronnie Deles came to the picture. The next year, they had Runelio Deles. The year after that, they had Robert Deles. And after 2 years, they had Rusty Deles. After another year, Ruth Deles was born. And 2 years later, Curly Deles came. The year after Curly, R.G. Deles came. And after R.G., 3 years passed, and Rizalyn Deles sealed the deal. With 9 children, they were blessed with 19 handsome and beautiful grandchildren. During the course of 12 years, Norberto worked hard day and night to provide his family a comfortable life. He was a laborer at some occasions. He tended docks and farmed full-time to send his beloved kids to school. Norberto, on a daily basis, would wake up early in the morning to cook food for his family and give the young children a bath to prepare them for an hour walk from Masak to Liwanay Elementary School. He would later on come during recess to give his children snacks and comb the little girl's hair, and would come back in the afternoon to fetch them and bring them home. When Norberto was 46 years old, his journey nearly ended in hindsight. Ronnie, his second son, followed his father on a gloomy weather at an irrigation and saw how his father fell on the irrigation and saw as he held on to his dear life. Without hesitation, Ronnie jumped at the irrigation to save his drowning father, and the heavens gave Norberto a third life. And it was in April 1994, Norberto was 48 years old when he finally acknowledged God in his life and decided to have a relationship with Him. Norberto then lived a fulfilled life, watching his children get married and playing with his grandchildren. He was known to be a best friend to his children and a great father to his grandchildren. And one fateful morning, in May 24, 2021, 6 o'clock a.m., Norberto Deles, at the age of 75 years old, reached his final destination, the presence of the Almighty Father in heaven. And he looked back to see that his journey was rough, hard, but meaningful. And if he could do it again, he wouldn't change a thing, because it made him who he is. He smiled from heaven, looking down to everyone, and mounted, "I will see you soon."
Salamat gid sa brief history o biography nga ato nabatihan sa journey sa kinabuhi ni Manoy Norbing. Okay, so sa siningation, niara ka nga pipila ka magasugid or magahambal, napakilala kung sino, ano nga klase nga tao ini si Manoy Norbing.
This message is from Tatay's youngest daughter, Tita Riza, na hindi siya ka-attend there because of the current situation, so she had me as her representative. To my dearest Tatay, thank you so much for putting the best effort in raising us. Thank you for your kindness and for bearing with me even through all the disappointments. I will miss all your love gestures, your laugh, and how your lip stretches out for a smile every time I come home. Me and Sunny will always miss everything about you. The best memory I have of you is your smiles every time I take you to go shopping at the mall. You always look so happy, and it still pains me that I couldn't find a way to go home and see you for the last time because of our current situation. But I always know that I love you. All I've ever dreamed of is to give you and Nanay a happy and comfortable life. I may not be able to see you all for the last time, but your memories will always be carved in our hearts, always and forever. Don't worry about Nanay, because we will always love and care for her. Tay, may your journey be a happy one. You are the most generous tatay in the whole world, and you are the best thing that ever happened to us. I love you, tatay.
Ikaw, kabalaga, hindi mo sinatay kay iyong kapalangga sa iya. Ipit sa iya tayo. Sa ikaw, katong kapalangga naman pamalo naman sa iyo. Lipayon ka padunong sa sinabuhi nga ay katulusan ay nadimitin niya ang gabi nga sa isa sa katapusan limang na naglabi sa kalimutan kami nagkakustapan ay I love you, Tatay. I miss you.